It's early morning here. Dawn broke about 20 minutes ago. When the explosion occurred, it was last night here. It was darkness. After the initial blast, there were concerns that there might have been 2 or 3 bombs. 2 more suspicious devices were found. They were later decided to be not threatening. But at first light this morning, Army bomb disposal teams have moved in. They are continuing to comb the area. So there's still a lot of tension here. The scene of the blast is about 100 meters behind from where I was standing. The authorities here are now saying it was a pipe bomb of around 3 to 5 kilograms of TNT. As we know, the effect was devastating. Last night, this was a battlefield. There were bodies and there were body parts littering the road where I'm standing. Clearly, most of the dead were in the shrine where the bomb exploded. But I found a body some 60 meters from the scene of the explosion. Eyewitnesses that I spoke to who arrived very, very quickly after the bomb exploded said that they saw people dead and dying. One lady told me that she counted 5 bodies. There was a man kneeling next to 2 women who appeared to be dead. He was in tears. Another eyewitness says he personally counted 12 bodies. It was a scene of total mayhem. Obviously the area remains sealed off this morning. Many more people are still being treated in hospital. Some of them are seriously injured. We don't yet know if the death toll could rise even further. We don't know if there could be any more atrocities in Bangkok today or in the coming days.
Martin, just a horrific scene you're outlining for us. Any more details at this time? Who might have been responsible for this attack?
We don't know. Nobody's claimed a responsibility for this. Nobody's made any public statements. There are a number of possibilities, but none of them seem particularly likely. There is, of course, a military government in control here following a takeover of the civilian administration in May last year. There are opponents to that military coup, but they have really kept their criticism very low key. They've taken the stance that, okay, let's see how the military operates before we decide how we'll respond. So there hasn't really been any expectation of any action from them. In the past, when they have been involved in setting explosions, they've been very small explosions, perhaps designed to grab headlines, but not to cause death and injury on a massive scale. This was a huge bomb, and clearly it wasn't targeting buildings, it wasn't targeting a commercial center, it was targeting human beings. It was in a religious shrine. There is also an ongoing, very violent Muslim Malayan insurgency in the very deep south of Thailand, near the border with Malaysia. Now, there is bombings and shootings down there on a regular basis, but that's been going on for 11 years. They have never really brought anything of this scale to Bangkok in the past before, and they've made no public comment. There's some speculation it could be connected to Uyghur terrorism. Of course, there was a lot of ill feeling against Thailand for returning Uyghur refugees, terrorists, whatever you want to call them, back to China last month. That could result in an attack on Chinese people. Chinese people and Thai people both use this shrine. But given the scale of the bomb, given the devastation and the very, very high toll of death and injured, there's also speculation it could be linked to Islamic State or Al-Qaeda. We need to wait and see what happens in the next few hours.